Welcome back to Project 613, and today we have two mitzvot. Number one is a review of the previous mitzvah, which is the mitzvah of teshuvah. So just very briefly, if a person transgresses any of the prohibitions of the Torah, or if a person fails to fulfill any of the positive commandments, he needs to return to the ways of Hashem to firmly resolve to never re-offend again. And in the process, he needs to make a verbal confession, and this is the act of vidui, the mitzvah of vidui, making a verbal confession to Hashem, saying that I've done such and such, and asking Hashem for forgiveness. Such a person is known as a Baal Teshuvah and stands on a very, very high spiritual level. Now, in the parallel study cycle of today's daily mitzvah, which is the 3 chapters from Maimonides' legal code, the Mishnah Torah, in the laws of Teshuvah, he actually talks about the motives that a person should have when engaging in doing teshuvah, or in general when engaging in doing the right thing, in doing Torah, studying Torah, or mitzvah observance in general. And he says that the ideal way of fulfilling the Torah and mitzvahs is for a person not to have in mind the benefits or the promises of reward or the world to come. If a person engages in serving Hashem for those reasons, the Rambam calls that a very immature way of serving Hashem, a childish way of serving Hashem. I'm just doing it for the prize. Rather, Maimonides writes that a person should engage in the truth simply because it is the truth. And this is the ideal, the true, the correct way of serving Hashem, the mature way of serving Hashem. Now, of course, what happens if a person says, well, I know myself and I'm not holding on that level yet, so should I stop doing the right thing because I'm doing it for the wrong reasons? No, absolutely not. Our sages say, mitoch shelo lishma ba lishma, that through doing the right thing for the wrong reason, eventually you will end up doing the right thing for the right reason. So continue doing the right thing, even if right now you're motivated by the rewards or the benefits, and hopefully one day you will come to the mature way of serving Hashem, where you will be engaging in the relationship with Hashem simply because it's the truth. The second mitzvah that we have today is the mitzvah to recite the Shema daily, twice every day, once in the morning, once in the evening. We know this mitzvah from one of the verses of the Shema itself, which says, B'shachbecha uvkumecha, when you lay down and when you rise. And the interpretation of that verse is that these passages themselves should be said once at the time when we lay down, which is nighttime, and once at the time when people rise, which is the morning time. What's included in this mitzvah is to recite the 3 paragraphs of the Shema, the paragraph of Shema itself, which is us accepting the yoke of heaven, then the paragraph of V'haya im Shema, which is accepting the fulfillment of mitzvot. And then there is the 3rd paragraph of Vayomer, which talks about remembering all of the mitzvot and also remembering the exodus of Egypt, which is also a biblical mitzvah to remember every day, which is why that paragraph is said together with these 3. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.